Hi, it's Robin here. Today I'm gonna give you tips on 3 different things that you can practice in your backyard. First thing out is going to be how to manual, because I really think it's a pretty crucial thing to know how to do on your bike. So let's get started. The main thing here is to remember that this movement is mostly in your body weight and in your hips, not by pulling on your bars. I think the best way to get started is start small and work your way up. Don't get frustrated over not being able to just manual straight away. You can start with just tiny little movements to get the feel for where the balance is on your bike, just like this. Always have a finger on your rear brake. No matter what side of the bars you have your rear brake, have a finger on it. You want to start with a pretty neutral position on the bike, pretty central. And then you want to sort of push your hips forward rather than pulling on your bars. You want to push and extend your arms fully. Try to keep your butt as close as possible to your rear wheel, because that's going to make it easier to balance, keep your balance once you are able to keep your front wheel off the ground for a bit. If you're up high on the bike, it's going to take way less for you to tip over. So that's a pretty good tip. Try to stay pretty low. That's going to make it easier to balance. If you get this right, you don't really need to do that much. Tip number 2 is going to be the bunny hop. The manual is kind of the start of a bunny hop, so you need to get that dialed before learning how to bunny hop. A bunny hop is kind of a shift in motion and shift in body weight. It's not like a pull. With SPD pedals you can easily cheat and do a bunny hop, but it's pretty limiting in how high you can go. But if you learn this the right way, it's gonna be way easier and you can jump way higher. What you want to do here is you want to shift your weight rearwards and then quickly forward. First your arms pretty much extend, and then when you shift your weight back forwards, what you also want to do is you want to point your toes down. I'm kind of cheating here today because I'm clipped in, but if you want to do this with flat pedals, which you do want to do, you really want to shift your toes down and kind of shift your feet forward, kind of like a bunny hopping. That's gonna help you to be able to pick your rear wheel up. I really like to make people practice this in 2 steps, not just go straight into hopping over things. Just take a stick or a rock or just draw a line on the ground, and you want to start with just moving your front wheel up in the air over it, then your rear wheel, and then you do the front wheel first and then the rear wheel, and then you jump. The hard thing with this is to find the timing. So it's great to just practice this in a parking lot, and then eventually you can use it on the trails. Tip number 3 is to just practice on doing endos in your driveway or on the parking lot. It's a really useful thing to be able to do on the trails, and you get pretty happy and satisfied when you get them dialed. But the keys to this is to first kind of learn how to nose manual, which to some sounds drastic, but you can start really small, and then you have to learn how to get your rear wheel and your ass out in the right direction. So you want to kind of start with those two things, and same thing there, do them separately and then combine them into the endo. And now you're wondering, how the hell do I do a stoppie? Well, don't just pull the front brake. Same thing here. What you want to do is learn the balance point of your front wheel. You start really small, but yes, you do use your front brake. There's no super secret to success here. You just have to try it, but start small and build your way up. Start with just 10 centimeters. Just pull your front brake a little bit to go that high, and then you go a little bit further. You want to move your body weight a little bit rearwards to avoid tipping over, and then you want to learn how to keep kind of rolling, and then you need to really have found your balance and not just use your brake. Once you've figured out how to nose wheelie or nose manual, you want to get that stick out again so you have something to turn around. The key to be able to turn either left or right is to lean in, and lean in way before cornering. And same as always, when you want to corner, you want to be looking the way you're going. So if I want to corner right, I want to be looking right, way ahead of making the turn. Same here, just get a stick out on the ground and start super small and then work your way into it. But it's good to have something on the ground to sort of point against and find the timing to be able to use this on a trail. These were 3 super simple things you can practice in your backyard. Hope someone found this useful. Let us know if there's more stuff you want to see. I really think there's heaps of stuff you can practice on with just a stick in your backyard or in your driveway or whatever. Have fun!